Hey guys, it's late and I'm giving you an unboxing of the HF-2 Bluetooth controller from Gioteck. And this is a PS3 controller specifically for PS3, and they're basically ergonomic FPS controller. So the first controller, the first HF-2 were pretty bad. I gotta admit, they had the perfect feel and everything, and the feature wise, spec wise, they were great. But once you start playing, and since these are considered FPS controllers, once you start playing, the dead zone was horrible. Now the HF2s are here and they're supposed to solve the problem, and they look like they added more features. I brought this from eBay. You could get this from GameStop for $50. I bought it from eBay, from an eBay UK seller. It's a little zoom in, zoom out. I know people don't care about the box, but here's the box. This is what you get. I'm also doing a review later on, not review, an unboxing of the Sony Bluetooth headset later on. I'm soon to get it. So basically, these are FPS controllers. Let me unbox this for you guys. I know you're saying FPS controllers. What the hell? What's the point of FPS controllers? Isn't that a bit too hardcore? Should you get a life and all that stuff? Well, the PS3 controller, we've been having the same controller for like over 2 decades of gaming, from PlayStation 1, and PS2. So here's the controller. I kind of modified mine a bit. Well, not modified, but added some stuff. FPS sticks, freaks, whatever you call them, and triggers. Now the problem with this is that the triggers, you can't use these triggers in certain games. Like Bad Company, you're forced to use the classic R1 and L1. So I'm used to PC gaming. Well, I used to PC gaming back in the day, and I like high sensitivity in my control, and this feels great. But the comfort feel of, I'd rather use the R2 than R1, and I can't. There's no switch, there's no option. For some reason, there's been a lack of developers adding the option to the games. There's only been a few FPS games like modern, the COD series, and let me say when they came out recently, let's see, Brink, but that completely failed, and sadly it failed. But later, there's controllers out there there's third-party controllers that have been out for a while, and the problem with third-party controllers is that they have horrible dead zone. So this controller, when it first came out, well, the first version of it came out, it was supposed to solve the issue of third-party controllers sucking ass. But it did suck ass, not because of its hardware feel. It's just because I guess they didn't really perfectly sync the joysticks. Now this controller is considered future proof. So let me see, what is this? Serious gamers can improve their accuracy by downloading the latest years. Okay, so basically this is what I'm talking about. So it's future proof because basically you can connect this to your PC and update the software, which could give you better, you could adjust the sensitivity to your joysticks, and give it control. So if there's dead zone, or you like it's a little slow, or it's a little too fast, you could adjust it. Well, that's the only feature basically. Well, that's it. You can't customize anything else. But I basically, that's the only problem that third-party controllers have. So that's pretty good. It says it'll feature future updates, and that's great. If it has future updates and I don't need to buy another controller later on, that's awesome. Because I love the PlayStation controller, but it feels good, but it doesn't feel ergonomically, shut up, man. Anyway, here's a manual. Like, come on, who reads the manual, right? Okay, sorry. I'm using my ghetto stand, since I could afford this, but I can't buy a stand for some reason. So it comes with the USB cable, regular micro USB, mini USB. Yeah, mini USB. Should be around like, I hate unwrapping this shit, good 3 feet, I guess. 3 feet. Wow, I'm bugging. Yeah, 2 feet controller, I guess. That's it. Not 2 feet. 2 feet control. That's crazy. 2 feet cable. So here's the controller right here. Wow, this feels really awesome. The reason why I brought this and I did this video for you guys is because I hardly saw any videos. There's one good video from a guy from a reviewer blog, and he did an awesome job. The problem is that, you know, I don't know, like I didn't, like he's talked about stuff, but I guess he expected the hardware to be like PC status. And you know, when I'm talking about PC status, I'm talking about, there's not a PC gaming mouse, but we're talking about a mouse that could program anything, from the toggle stick, from the buttons on the side, from every single thing. He wanted that control from here, so like control that could be like, you know, you press this, you could shoot, something like that. I know it's a bit limited, and you know, they could do that, but so far I like the idea that you could update the software and control the dead zones of this. So basically, this comes in a black camo-ish feel. It's ergonomically feeling great. It feels actually pretty nice right now. Let's see. Here's the R1 and the L1 triggers. So here's a fair warning of advice. I plan to do a review for this. I might play with this for like two weeks or 1 week, and then do a review to get a good adjusting feel and compare it to my long trusted friend of a controller right here. But I plan to do a review. People that are getting this automatically, remember, this is based, it's like a basically like PS3 controller and an Xbox controller had sex, hot sweaty sex, and made this. So it combined many things. The feel of it, it has this nice coated rubber feel all around it. I love that. The joysticks feel nice. It has these pointers, I guess. I don't know why. The guy that I saw a video from said he could just touch it like that. I see no point where you're just gonna be on these all the time. This has the 360 layout. There's no PS3 layout, sadly, for those who love the PS3 layout. So basically, this combines all the features of it. You have the shoulder buttons that are like slanted to the side, that are more like when you're shooting, you could just tap it with your top part without doing this, because this is actually you basically, when you're shooting, you just touch it like that. See, you don't touch it like this because, you know, that's too much work. Here's a turbo button right there in the middle for those who like to, I guess, shoot faster. I see no point. I don't use that. I will never use that. Sadly, it seems like, I don't know, sadly, I have to test this out, but it seems like it has the D-pad of the 360, of a bit of it. It seems like it has more space though, where the 360 is more like trapped in the circle and you're like pressing it and it goes crazy. Well, this one feels more, you know, you have more control of it. I have to test that out. Also, and I wish they fixed this, well, not fixed this, but I wish it came with rechargeable batteries. So far they said that it's coming with they're having a rechargeable battery pack. So far I haven't seen any, nowhere. I mean, nada, nope, it doesn't exist yet. So this been out for a while, like a good year, I guess, or since the beginning of this year of 2011. So if the two AA batteries right here, you could get some rechargeable ones. It's not that bad, but you could recharge. You could connect, if you don't have batteries, you could still connect it with your mini USB to your PS3 and still play like that, like a wired controller. So far, first impressions, first feel and touch and feel and, you know, caressing with the controller, it feels pretty great. I have to say, it feels awesome. I'm gonna have to get used to this touching feel of the shoulder buttons right here. I haven't played with the 360 for a long time. And yeah, oh yeah, by the way, here is the button where you could switch the functionality of these two buttons right here. So if you have the shoot button right here, you could change it to your triggers, or vice versa, and it goes for all. Like, so if you're aiming right here, shooting right here, it switches to here when you switch it. So that's pretty nice. One thing I heard that's pretty bad. That, well, not pretty bad, but it's pretty annoying that you have to press the select button and R1 button while connecting to the PC to actually update the software or connect to the software on the PC. So that's going to be kind of annoying, but I guess, you know, it's worth it for, you know, having a future-proof controller. Hopefully it works with the, I don't know, maybe future PlayStation products like PlayStation 4 or something like that. Hopefully. By the way, this is the home button right here. You know, kind of unnoticeable. You'd think that the turbo button will be it right here in the middle, but it's not. So basically that's it. Here's the face buttons, here's joysticks, here's the D-pad, shoulders, all the good stuff, the screw holes if you want to open it and combine it with your PS3 controller or something. Here's a comparison with the regular PS3 controller. If you have control freaks, you see difference right here. By the way, this is skin, this is not painted. Too much money for custom paint controllers. By the way, this costs around 50 bucks if in GameStop. I didn't buy it from GameStop. I don't trust GameStop. GameStop could go to hell. I love GameStop people though. I have a bunch of friends there, but my friends that work at GameStop admit that GameStop is basically a thief. So I ordered this from eBay just in case if something goes wrong. I use the policy protection. Got it from the UK. There's some other guys that are selling it right now. You could check it out, and I'll see you guys in maybe 2 weeks with this review for the controller, and I'll tell you my thoughts and see if it's actually worthy the price and see if it's any noticeably different. So peace. Oh yeah, be ready, get prepared to watch my Sony Bluetooth headset control video. I might have it up later on tonight or today, whatever. And yeah, peace.